What's going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back, my Cobalt fans. Hopefully you are in the house. I have some questions for you today. We did walk around Lowe's. I looked at everything in blue, and I have some questions for you in regards to some of the things that we are going to be switching out tool lineup wise from the shop and over to blue, right? We're going to be going Cobalt. Not right now. I'm looking at sales leading up to Black Friday and the holiday sales event, and then come the turn of the year, hopefully we would have gotten a few things changed out because I'm curious about a few things. That being said, let's go ahead and kick it off with the beast, right? 199 half-inch impact gun, 1,200 pounds worth of breakaway torque, 750 pounds worth of applied torque. You get the battery, you get the charger, you get the tool for 200 bucks, currently on sale right now. Those of you that have been following my channel for a little bit know that this last year we switched over to DeWalt. We've been running the DeWalt now for almost an entire year. We're going to keep running it out through the paces. So far, no issues. And before that, we were running the Milwaukee. I think we ran the Milwaukee for pretty close to 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And then we did a giveaway on that. So future thinking of switching on over to the 24-volt Cobalt lineup, right? I'd like to hear some feedback from those of you that actually have the Cobalt and the 24-volt lineup. If you think it's a worthwhile product for the price, did you make the switch from Cobalt over to Milwaukee or DeWalt because you didn't like it? Or did you make the switch over to Cobalt because you didn't like the other two brands? Let me know down in the comments. I'd appreciate it because we are future thinking here, thinking about going blue. Gotta appreciate the fact they're putting most of their tools in these really hard cases. I think the hard cases look phenomenal, and it also makes it to where you don't have a whole bunch of loose tools just kind of tossed anywhere. So if you're a DIY or at-home mechanic, or you're a contractor, you could put it in these hard cases and make them stackable or line them up inside your truck bed toolbox. So for that, I'm saying 2 thumbs up on the hard case. Thought it was a pretty good deal. It's not just coming in a soft bag, but you actually get a hard, durable case. So 2 thumbs up to Cobalt for that. 5-year warranty on their cordless tools, 3-year warranty on the battery. At least that's what I saw in most of the boxes there for their cordless lineup. Another product that I'm going to be switching out, so you guys know that I was using the Milwaukee Fuel 3/8 drive cordless ratchet for the longest time. Worthwhile product. I got a lot of use out of it, gave it to my boss. Then we went over to the Matco and the 1/4 inch, but I am thinking of trying out the 24-volt lineup in Cobalt for their 3/8 ratchet. Okay, so they had 2 different styles of cordless ratchets there. One of them looked like the 1/2-inch impact wrench that Milwaukee sells, right, with the really big head design. Didn't care for that one too much. The other one in the 3/8 platform, which is actually one that I am considering side by side between that and the Craftsman one, which we talked about this last video. But of the Cobalt lineup, this is the one that I've been thinking about getting. I like the lower platform as far as the head design goes. I think I might like the leverage on here. I wasn't too sure, but because of how long the cordless ratchet is, I'm wondering if that might be beneficial to break something away and then run it out. You guys that own this product, please let me know down in the comments if you like it or if you feel it's just a little bit too long and maybe unbalanced. I'd really have to have a battery attached to it to see if I like the balance of it. But overall, this would be the product that I would probably try out here in the coming future. But I would like your guys' feedback on it. All right, how about this? $399 for a 5-piece contractor set. Comes with the circular saw, the sawzall, the hex driver, the hammer drill driver, the flashlight, 2 batteries and a charger, and a durable, rugged, tough case with wheels so you can be more mobile. Roll it in between job sites, toss it in the back of your truck, roll it and tuck it underneath maybe your workbench in the garage. 24-volt lineup. I'm pretty excited about this deal. Okay, I think for 400 bucks, this would be the way to go. Years and years ago, I want to say maybe about 6, 7 years back, probably about 6 years back, I picked up the rigid contractor lineup, got the job site radio as well. I think I paid 500 bucks for the overall contractor kit itself, and then maybe another 100 bucks for the job site radio, and it all came in a soft tote bag. But future thinking, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up selling my old rigid set. I'll probably put it on Letgo, Facebook Marketplace, or Craigslist or something like that. I'll put it up there for like 300 bucks or something to see if I can't sell it the way that it is with the contractor radio to somebody that wants to have a nice contractor kit for half the value that I paid for it. Maybe recoup some of that loss and then take that money and then apply it towards this new contractor kit from Kobalt. But before I do, I would like some feedback from you guys. keep the rigid ones that I already have, or go blue and get this Cobalt kit? Let me know. Thought this was kind of weird, okay? 35-piece Cobalt Bit Set that came with a mini ratchet for 15 bucks. Or you can get the 25-piece set for 20 bucks. I like the pieces that came with the 35-piece set, not because it had more, but because it also incorporated little tiny sockets. And in some situations as an automotive mechanic, you're gonna find yourself using this quite a bit. I use chains quite often, so I went ahead and I picked one up for myself for 15 bucks. Hell of a deal. So if you're thinking about getting one of these bit sets for 15 bucks down at Lowe's, why not, right? I thought it was well worth it. Let's dive into some mechanic sets here, okay? 319-piece mechanic set for $113, or the 100-piece mechanic set for basically $180. Here's the key difference. The 319-piece set that's for sale for $113 is gonna have more sockets than anything else. So those of you that don't have a huge socket lineup, or you're just starting out and you really want sockets to be the primary focus, and removable trays so you can store it into your cart, but you have everything else pretty much covered, then this set's gonna be a really good deal for you. Those of you that are lacking in screwdrivers, picks, pliers, and wrenches, you might wanna pay the $180 for the 100-piece set. They're not gonna give you as many sockets, but you're gonna get a nice variety of other tools. I did try to see if I could find the pick set for sale separately. They must have been sold out because I didn't see any available. I tried to look for the pliers set separately. I didn't see them separately either. So if you're looking for some Cobalt pliers, picks, screwdrivers, and you want to have it all in that one nice kit and then get your sockets elsewhere, say you found a better deal like on a Craftsman lineup for the sockets, but you wanted this mechanic set from Cobalt, you can kind of counterbalance both of them, right? You can buy the socket set, the mechanic socket set from Craftsman, get that huge promo deal. Then you can go over to Cobalt, get this mechanic set that's going to take care of the pliers, the picks, the screwdrivers, etc. Those of you that are lacking just in sockets and wrenches, you might decide to go with the 300-piece Cobalt set, and it's basically $1 per piece, right? So for 300 bucks, you get this 300-piece set. It's going to come with pretty much all the sockets and wrenches that you're ever going to need or use as a mechanic. And they break it down for you into little tiny foam inserted trays that you can lay down in your drawers. So if you wanted to stay organized and you weren't a huge over-the-top fan of plastic, but this foam idea could be up your alley, you might like the foam better than the hard plastic. I think it lays down a lot thinner of a profile, so those of you that actually have drawers that don't stand up too tall, maybe 1.5 inches or 2 inches, these foam trays cutouts that they have with the sockets and wrenches incorporated into it, they're gonna sit down a lot lower profile than the hard plastic ones that tend to stand up a little bit taller. So keep that food for thought. If you're buying a mechanic set for the drawers to lay into your toolbox drawers, the plastic ones are gonna be substantially taller than the foam cutouts. So if you wanted to get more sockets and wrenches, I'd say go with the 300-piece set in this regard. Great way to stay organized too, by the way, and you'll be able to see which socket's missing. Speaking of staying organized, I love these little magnetic strips. I got a couple of sets here at the house. This was the way that I stored my sockets for years leading up to the Gear Wrench 243-piece set that I bought that came in those hard trays that I'm talking about. I used this style for years. This style is by far my favorite style of socket holder because it stands them up nice and tall. It fits most of the set that you have right there. You can take them on the fly, you can set them on the cowl, you can set them on the inner fender liner, you can put them in the front, you can set them on the ground. They're magnetic, so you can stick them to any metal surface and they hold. I think these are a great value. I like them better than the peg style, okay? Those peg style organizers, no bueno in my opinion. Too many times has a tab accidentally snapped off on me, or when I want to toss a socket or a ratchet or something in there, it hits it, brings it back, folds it in an awkward direction, snaps it again. I just think that they suck. That's my opinion. Now we're going to talk about their ratchet real briefly. I like the detent style. I like the fact they went 90-tooth. Yes, the switch is a little bit bass backwards. I did get a chance to play with it. For those of you looking for their ratchets, I like the overall style and it seemed like it was pretty comfortable handle-wise. Speaking of handles, there's a breaker bar in a 3/8 drive, which you are going to use. I've been asked all the time, when would you ever use that? Mostly on timing jobs. When you're trying to adjust or move a cam just ever so slightly, one tooth this way or that way, without getting it to turn all the way over, it will eventually rotate around at that bottom or top of that cam lobe, and it will fling on you. And it only takes one time of pinching your finger in between the belt and the camshaft sprocket before you decide, hey, a ratchet or a wrench is not my most favorite way of going about it. I'd like a 3/8 breaker bar with a socket to hold the cam in position so I can do what it is that I got to do. Extensions. Their extensions are pretty cool, right? These things are super long. They seem to be durable and duty enough. I had a set a while back. I think we gave them away after I used them for a bit. Now I've been kind of using some Craftsman ones. I've got some old Cornwall ones that I'm still using, and we are still using and abusing the gear wrench ones. But I am curious to get some really long ones. So if you guys know where I can find some super long transmission-like extensions, be it 3/8 drive or 1/2 inch in Cobalt, let me know down in the comments. If you have another brand in mind, please feel free to let me know down in the comments, because I just saw Tommy pay almost $90 for one that was about 3 feet long from the Matco tool truck. I'm not trying to pay no 90 bucks for that kind of an extension, right? I'd like to see it somewhere between the $20 and $40 mark, really. So if you guys have an idea where I can find one of those, please let me know down in the comments. I'd appreciate it. And while you're at it, might as well smash a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's content, guys. Look, I really appreciate this video was more about you guys really than anything else, because I know I have a lot of guys out there and gals that have utilized Cobalt tools for years that can give me more feedback than I can give you. And right now, since I am considering going over to the Cobalt lineup, as far as a 3/8 drive cordless ratchet, as far as the contractor tool set, as far as a 1/2 inch impact gun, I want feedback on those 3 products specifically. I have utilized and owned the Cobalt mechanic set once upon a time ago. I thought they were great tools. I used them in the real world of automotive for a solid 6 months before I ended up switching over and trying something different. In this case though, I would like feedback on the cordless lineup, and I want your guys' opinions because I haven't owned any of the cordless products. So please let me know down in the comments. Again, smash a thumbs up if you like today's video. Share if you want to share. And I appreciate any and all feedback and all support that you guys give me on a daily basis. Cheers and deuces.